Today, Master, we checking back in. Another one for today. I wanted to put my spin on this Brittney Griner situation, but we're gonna give you a little bit of different game. Again, no vanilla. We take the vanilla out. It's gonna be a little different. We're not gonna. We may touch on some dating dynamics a little bit, but for the most part, nah. I think you can beat a dead horse so much. We're gonna give you some different content. I think it's time for me to get into some other things that I'm knowledgeable about in this aspect: social politics, social awareness. My background, again, I do have a degree in psychology, which a lot of you may not know this. So that is a science and something that I'm highly invested and interested in. It's a lot of game you can pick up by understanding the human mind, understanding certain agendas. This whole Western world, the United States of America and others, pretty much have gained its advantage off of understanding the psychology of its quote unquote citizens. But in this situation, it's a sad situation, but I see a lot of people, coming to, the aid and speaking up for Brittney Griner, saying that I would agree that that is a harsh sentence. However, see, the thing with America has been a bully and has been invading and getting in other countries' business and affairs since the beginning. One would say the whole purpose for the creation of this republic is to do so. It is a military and economic superpower. When you look at the foundation and the structure of America, it is capitalist. It is one big shopping mall. That's why everything is on the internet. This is why all of the agendas, everything is on the internet. They're trying to sell you something, a lifestyle, a product, a service, an idea. And Brittney Griner has become a casualty of this war. See, the mistake that she made was thinking that feminism and her female privilege that she would benefit from in the West would work universally in other countries, such as a highly patriarchal country such as Russia. Russia and America is not built the same. You can't just say whatever the hell you want. You can't do what you want. You can't go over there with the mindset that I have privilege because I'm playing basketball and I'm 6'8", 6 foot, whatever your height is, whatever your skill set is. That does not give you privilege in other areas. See, in America, you have men that have been sent to prison for 20 years for life for an ounce of cannabis, for uh, not even having anything, but simply because you're associated with someone who has been doing something. They've gotten 10-plus-year sentences, 10-year plus sentences, 20-year sentences, simply by conspiracy theory. You look like you've been doing this. We can't find any evidence, so we're going to say you're conspiring to do something. So we must have the same veracity and attention to those here on the home front. I don't know if you're familiar with the Vlad TV and these other outlets with the Gangster Williams interview and the Lil Boosie situation. I think I'm going to start talking on some of those topics. I know those are hot. No Jumper, a lot of these platforms. Say Cheese, got to shout out Say Cheese. They give a voice to people who are in these spaces, such as the Angola prison. A lot of these prisons right here in Alabama, Holman, you have unconstitutional living arrangements and conditions, and they don't get any attention in mainstream media. So you have innocent men and women that have been judged guilty or has a guilty verdict, but they did not cooperate. So our system spanked them in the same way the Russian government or justice system is spanking Brittney Griner. I say that to say, if you are traveling abroad, you must be familiar with where you're going. You must know the law. You must know the do's and don'ts. You can't go here. If you go here, you need to operate. You need to be knowledgeable about where you are in life and where you are in society, and also where you're coming from versus where you're going. You see a lot of these, you see these wars and these disagreements taking place, and you have casualties because they were in a place, they were at the wrong place at the right, or the right place at the wrong time, or the wrong place at the right time. So this is simply a political move, Putin and Biden. You see the two very different individuals. Biden is weak, but he was able to garner the female vote because the women did not like how Trump was tweeting. But you look at the situation, Angry Man hinted on this on his stream earlier when ASAP Rocky caught his case in Sweden or Switzerland, wherever he was, and Trump stepped in to get some straightening and got him out of that. Your country is only as strong as the leader or the face of that country. You have Sleepy Joe who can't tell you whether he's awake or if he's asleep, running a nation that is or was considered to be a superpower. But like all other dynasties, all other, powers, they all will fall. America is going to have its day where it will fall. But some people have so much pride, they don't think that day is coming. You look at history. What goes up must come down, especially when you're operating in the sense of a bully. You go into these countries to say they got these weapons, they got this, we're going to go in, assassinate leaders, i.e. Gaddafi, Saddam, all of these people who've been murdered at the hands of America. But feminism, again, is only that is a Western concept. It's a Western concept. It does not work universally. You must understand where you are and what goes and what does not go. So she's been caught in the crosshairs of a political back and forth. Now they're looking to do a trade-off. Now, if they do the trade for the quote unquote Lord of War, it's going to make America look very weak because it is an apples to oranges trade. It's almost like if let's talk basketball, no pun intended. Who would trade Ja Morant for, let's say, well, you know what? Let me go back. Who would trade Shaquille O'Neal in his prime for Nick Van Exel? Or Shaquille O'Neal in his prime for Horace Grant on his tail end of his career? That's not an even trade. That's not an even trade. So social politics come into play. And I'm gonna tell you how this rolls over into men in this space. What I notice every time I get on the internet, I see men going back and forth. I see men speaking on other men's business, like girls. They always have something to say about the next man. And some of these men don't even know each other, but yet they're in each other's business, gossiping, talking about who was in PC and and you have no facts. The worst thing you can do as a man is speak on something that you don't know, have not witnessed, or have no evidence of. Now, you can speculate on certain things, of course, but to get in another man's real life business with no facts and no association, we don't do that. We have to adopt a new code. It is a lot of bitch assness that's been just lingering and spreading like a wildfire, which is why the women really don't respect you. They look at you and see how you move. They see how you talk. They see you. I get on, again, I always revert back to going on my social media. I see women get on Facebook and they make posts like, I'll be glad when such and such get a girl because I'm tired of him complaining about women and not having a woman. And I must agree. If you're complaining, that means you're not doing any work. You want to get the top quality lifestyle, women, etc. But yet you don't want to make the sacrifices and do the work. Tell me how that works. I'll tell you how. It doesn't. There's work to be done. So much work to where our presence on social media should only be to show accomplishments, acknowledgments, and share information. You get on Facebook, you see men pushing 40 and 40 plus, joking all fucking day about nothing, trying to get a laugh, trying to be the center of attention. When did this become the thing? And you know what? I can't even say that because I used to play this game as well. I used to, in my idle time when I was vanilla, when I was working the 9 to 5, that used to help me pass time because I hated my job at the time, or jobs. I hated what I was doing, so I would be multitasking in a sense. I would be on the internet, joking, bullshitting, flirting with women, just to pass my day, just to pass time throughout the day, because I hated where I was at. But you must understand your behavior. Again, your social media is your resume, both men and women. So when you put out certain messages that are consistent, now if you're just an asshole like myself and you just want to speak your mind, speak it and stand on it. If you have something to say, say it. Don't just say something because you want something, because you just want to. Just because you want to be a part of a certain conversation, because you want to get a certain woman's attention, because you want to portray yourself to be a certain way. Your actions will show such. Because life happens outside. Life happens outside. There's social politics that are always at play that you must be aware of. You must be aware of the social climate. Right now you have this monkey going around. And yet you see the visuals, yet you still have people that are taking it lightly. Oh, I'm still going out to kick it. I'm at the bar. I'm outside. Okay, go ahead. I was arrogant when the C-19 came out and it was all right. Then I caught it and I was down for a few days. We have to start taking things a little bit more seriously. That's all. You have to be aware. What I see a lot, people are, usually when a person is loud, they're wrong as hell. I see women with these posts about a man's haircut is equivalent to her makeup. And they are saying this with full confidence, not knowing that they're making themselves look like a straight dumbass. And again, you see this, why would I disregard it or take this woman seriously or even think about approaching or dealing with her when she makes such ignorant statements so loudly with full confidence? Full confidence. But there will always be casualties of war. Social politics will always be a thing in Western society. This is why you have to pick your battles. You have to move smart in and out of relationships. The best thing you can do when it comes to relationships is control and have super high standards. Now, not delusional expectations, but high standards, meaning this is what we do on a daily. If you don't do this, then we have no association. If you don't want to get with my program, go and get with someone programs who programs work for you. We're not going to renegotiate. We're not going to restructure anything. This is how it goes. If you don't like it, then that's fine. This will save you a lot of trouble and heartache and discomfort and wasted time and resource. See, we as men, what we tend to do, we bend too much. We do too much bending. The time for bending is over. It's time to stand up. But you guys let me know what you think about this video. Like, comment, subscribe. It's the Date Master.